fellow brethren knife collectors, anybody else who gives a damn, what's up? CTknifeVids here, another knife video. Check out what we got for today right here. You're gonna notice instantly it's a classic Italian stiletto. It's 13 inches. Beautiful. Those who are familiar with these scales, Bumblebee scales, absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. Yeah, so the way I acquired this knife, quick little talking before we crack it open, you know how it goes. The gun and knife shows here in Louisiana, I haven't been to one in a very long time. Last time I've been to them, Switchblades were fully illegal from the entire state for absolutely anybody to own, carry, whatever. They were just forbidden from the state for decades. Up until about, I believe, sometime in August, from what I remember. All that's important is they legalized Switchblades in 2018. I noticed they're starting to do that more and more with these different states, so congratulations if you got them legalized in your state. It's definitely something to celebrate and be happy about. So anyways, I haven't been to a gun and knife show since then. I was like, man, it's been several years, it's been a while. Because you know, these were all these gun and knife shows were just duds. Every time I went to them, maybe a couple people would sell some China Switchblades or something, but usually just not. You know, most people just didn't have them. They didn't want to mess with all that. Completely, highly illegal in the state. Since they've been legal, I was like, man, I need to go check one out and see if we got some like good, genuine Switchblade people that are willing to sell some real good Switchblades, right? So I managed to squeeze in some time and run out to a gun and knife show in Mandeville, and just briefly went in and I asked a couple tables if they knew anybody that was selling Switchblades, and one guy directed me to a table. He said, that guy over there, he's gonna have some good like stilettos and French and Italian and stuff like that. I was like, all right, so I'm gonna go check him out. So I go down to the table, and those of you who are familiar with him, his name is Freddie Yorsh. He had a bunch of, I mean, just beautiful Switchblades. He had all kind of, I don't know, Chad Rubens and Antonio Cananis, and just all these old great Switchblades. And I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. I was talking with him for a while. He's a super nice guy, amazing guy to talk with and work with. Checking out his knives for a while. I actually wasn't planning on buying anything whatsoever. I was like, I cannot buy anything. I have to save my money, this and that, whatever, stuff going on. But he had all these beautiful knives. And then I saw that he had this Bumblebee scale available. And I was like, man, that's something I've been trying to get a hold of for a while. I noticed they've been trending around a little bit lately, so they became a little easy to get a hold of recently on some of the knife forums and knife pages. But man, for like a decade and a half, I was like, I need to get me one of the Bumblebees one day. He had one, and I was like, man, how much you want for this knife? And I'm not gonna say how much I spent for it, but I'll just say he cut me a good deal. And I was like, man, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go to the ATM and scoop this stuff right now. And that's exactly what I did. Freddie, if you're watching this by some chance, shout out to you. I know I've already mentioned it before. Thank you so much for what you do. I'm super excited about this. I hope to see you again at some local shows, but really, really cool. Okay, now let's check out this baby here. As I said before, Bumblebee scales, beautiful knife, in my opinion, just that marble look, okay? Electricity kind of look is what the vibe it kind of gives me, so just something I wanted to get a hold of. The lock works real well, okay? Usually these little slide locks, they can slide down or slide up on their own and be a little loose, especially on the China. But this, it stays locked if I want it to. It's real nice, and it's not too tight too. Then you can make it too tight, and then it hurts your thumb to slide it up and down. This is just right, okay? Lock works perfectly, will not open, okay? And you slide this baby down, and of course push the button, and you'll get that big beautiful Switchblade. And what we have here, some of you may already know, but we got a standard blade. It says made in Italy on the tang. I spoke with him a little bit. I was trying to ask him who the knife maker was for this one, and he told me he's not 100% sure. However, with the research I've done recently, I'm pretty sure this is an SKM, Switchblade knife maker. Now, I haven't seen any knives from them in quite some time, so you know, I'm not 100% myself, but from the research I've done, this is a SKM to my belief, made in Italy. Awesome knife. Let's check out the spring and its condition. It's got a little smudge in there that could wipe off, but no dents or cracks or anything like that, showing that the spring's gonna give. Looks to be in perfect condition. Really nice. The spring tends to stick out a little bit more on the 11 inches and even more on the 13 inches, like this guy. especially with the AGAs I've noticed. But anywho, so it's not a pick lock, it's a swivel bolster. So you would go ahead and push the bolster down, unlock it, bring it all the way down, and if I could do it with one hand, there we go. Super cool. Those of you who weren't able to ever see up close, let me go ahead and close it real quick. Ever able to see up close, from, you know, at first glance it looks like just black and yellow, but there are some little like granite color intergrades. You can see a little bit of gray right there, a little bit of gray right there. Just some little intergrade colors meshing between the two. Kind of that mosaic puzzle look. Just really, really cool in my opinion, again, as I said. Alright, that's pretty much it about this guy. I'm just glad I was able to get a hold of another target, especially at a local show. It's something different when it's not just online, something you scoop up, but when you go to a local show and you see something you've been looking for, that's just when it hits you harder. But awesome stuff, guys. We got some more videos to come. I got some ideas and some plans to post for you guys in the near future. So please stay tuned as usual. Feel free to comment, you know, the usual, like, subscribe if you want. But yeah, just let's talk. If you want to talk, reach out to me anytime for any reason, appropriately, of course, to discuss some of these knives and some of the subjects of the matter. I'd love to talk about it with some of you guys. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and punch out for the day. It looks like it's about to rain. As it usually does around here, southeast Louisiana. But stay tuned, what's to come, guys. All right, I'll catch y'all around.